Yo, what's up everyone, I'm Koolaidfn, and in this video I'm going to teach you how you can get better at Arena. We're going to take a look at one of my high kill solo arena games and see what we can learn from it. Now without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so recently I found out that if I'm playing Arena and I haven't warmed up yet, then I can get absolutely dumpstered on. This leads to me getting tilted and upset that I wasn't able to hit my shots and building moves. So what I recommend you do is you go ahead and you get warmed up before playing Arena each day. Maybe play some creative with your friends like box fights or zone wars. Don't start playing Arena until you feel comfortable. If you would like me to make a video about how to warm up correctly, then just comment down below. Okay, so I'm sure we've all loaded into a game thinking we're the best player in the lobby and that we're about to slay out, but then the first building we land at, we immediately die, then proceed to punch a hole in the wall. But the key to early game is not thinking about winning. It's getting what you need to survive and eliminating a couple players while at it. The most important things you need are materials and shields. In Arena, you can easily get both of these by picking up eliminations to get siphoned. So what you should do is look for the free floppers running around in early game and secure those eliminations. You also want to know where you're landing and where all of the chests and loot spawns are. This will allow you to get better loot than your opponents, easily securing you the win. In early game, you want to be taking as little damage as possible, so what I recommend doing is taking right hand peeks and building immediately after you shoot. As you can see in my gameplay here, it helped me take little damage. Okay, so obviously there is a lot of time between the beginning of a match and the end of the match, so you need to be doing something while you're waiting for the end. This is the perfect time to W key. In mid-game, you need to be looking for other players you can fight, but when I say fight, I do not mean you're taking a fair fight. I mean you laser them without them knowing where you are, and then you move in to pick up the elimination. Always give yourself an unfair advantage when fighting other players because life isn't fair. The best advantage you can give yourself is a health advantage. If you have 200 health and your opponent only has 100, then you're much rather going to win than if you're both at 200. This is just simply because you have to deal less damage to win. In Arena, most players simply run around unaware of their surroundings, so take advantage of this and beam your opponents before each fight. Another fighting tip I'm going to give you is that you need to become your own player when fighting. What I mean by this is you need to center your fighting skills around what you're good at. If you have good aim, then just aim battle your opponents. If you have better mechanics, then just peace control Kyle everyone. As soon as you start centering your fighting techniques around what you're good at and you're the best at, you're going to start winning more fights. Most YouTubers will tell you that you need to rotate dead side and set up for endgame, and that just doesn't help. I know I've said it before, but from my own grind to champion league, I learned that rotating dead side doesn't help you if you can't win a 1v1 fight. So if you're really struggling on fighting and winning fights, then that's what you really need to improve. If you'd like me to go and teach you more in depth how to get better at fighting, then just drop a comment for me down below. Okay, so now that you've mastered early game and mid game, you've made it to the end game. And obviously if you're still watching this video, you like my content, so you should just go ahead and subscribe. But back to the end game. So end game is a series of moving zones that cause players to constantly be moving and fighting each other. You can take advantage of these zones by getting to the front of them so that you don't have to move, and then looking back at players that do have to move. If the players aren't constantly building, then you would easily be able to get shots on them, even picking up a couple eliminations. If you're able to get an elimination, see if you can get the loot because you'll need to refresh your materials and health. Having more mats than your opponent is very important because if you can build and they can't, that's just a free win. If you find yourself struggling in the end game, you could probably play some zone wars against your friends to get better. Try to build awareness on where your opponents are, how much health and mats you have, and even where the zones are going. Knowledge is key when it comes to Fortnite, so if you know more than your opponents, you're going to succeed. Okay, so that's going to cut it for this video. If it was helpful, then consider subscribing because more videos about Arena are coming in the future. And go check out my TikTok, links in the description. Thanks for watching, and thank y'all so much for 50 subscribers. Peace out, guys.